Where were you 7 years ago? Because our next speaker was in a Thai prison. Today, he is a 9-figure fintech entrepreneur. He is a speaker that's traveled all around the world. I have had the honor of introducing him on stage in the Philippines. Today, we're filming in Oman, and we're going to be talking about the difference that makes the difference. He's the author of From Cell to CEO. And I'm truly honored to have with us today Jonathan Lowe. So Jonathan, first of all, welcome to the Impact Maker podcast, where we speak with powerful communicators and change makers about the shifts that made the difference in their lives. So Jonathan, first of all, welcome. How you doing?
Very good, very excited.
So Jonathan, before we get into where you are right now, before we get into where you were that brought you to the prison, let's actually paint a picture for everyone, because I think that for many of us, when we think of prison cells, you know, we think of what we see in the American movies, but a Thai prison is very, very different. Can you just paint a picture for the audience in terms of what is a Thai prison like?
Well, it's not just a Thai prison, because we have the normal Thai prison with beds too.
Okay.
But the prison that I went was Bangkok's worst prison, because it's the rehabilitation center. All the mental illness people, all the people with drug problems, they all flood into this one prison.
Wow. So it's not like the worst of
In Bangkok.
Thailand, or worse than Bangkok. That's crazy. Okay.
So, I mean, a lot of, even for me, before I went to prison in Bangkok, the assumption, I've been to lockups in Singapore, it's totally different, you know.
Yes.
There is basic cleanliness, basic security, basic needs as a human being.
Yes.
Given to you. It's like human rights.
Yes.
But when I went to this prison, I realized there's no such thing as human rights in this prison, you know.
Wow.
When I went in, the sleeping condition was nearly negative.
So when you say nearly negative, what do you mean?
Like, you don't even have a mattress, you don't even have a space.
Jeez.
Like, you overlap one another. It's a room, probably it's supposed to be like for 40 people.
Wow.
But they overcrowd it with 50, 60, and even at its peak, about 70 plus.
Wow.
So imagine a place for 40 over people,
Jeez.
filled with 55 people. Imagine that. Imagine one toilet at the end of the room, without a door. So you're literally squatting there in front of everyone, like facing the crowd.
Jeez.
And everyone sleeps beside one another.
Yes.
With the shoulders overlapping, if it's too many people, or touching each other, legs crossing with one another.
Oh,
so it's like, imagine being in the front of the room, having to go to the toilet. You have to literally walk across or step on people's legs to go to the end of the room to use the toilet.
Man.
Imagine the stench. Imagine how it is sleeping.
And this is a super important distinction for a lot of people, because when they picture a prison cell, they're picturing an American prison cell, you know, there's like 2 bunks in a room or something like, and this is not nowhere even close to that.
Yep.
So you had no beds, you're back to back with people, not even back to back, you're overlapping people.
Yep.
And what are you I mean, when you're overlapping people and you're that many people in the room, what are the senses going through? What are you smelling? What's kind of...
I mean, just imagine drug addicts, 50, 60 old men, didn't shower, sweaty all day because it's hot and there's not much fans in Thai prison. In the yard, they call it yard, but it's like downstairs the cell. The cell is upstairs.
Yes.
In downstairs, it's I think 900 to 1,000 people
Jeez.
like sitting around the floor, sitting around the everywhere.
Yes.
Everyone sits on the floor.
Yes.
During yard time, right?
Yes.
All day. Some people don't shower. You imagine that guy sleeping beside you if his clothes not washed.
Yes. Yes.
Because you don't have the luxury of like washing clothes. Some don't have washing detergent to wash clothes. So they just live like this for weeks with the same clothes, and maybe they shower 2-3 times in a week. Jeez. Just imagine that guy sleeping beside you, and there's nothing you can do because there's no like moved somewhere else. Like there's no place.
Yeah.
And census part, it's crazy because people are sleeping on top of you, or sometimes, like human.
Yeah.
You sleep and then sometimes you turn, your legs overlap one another, like your hands hug one another. So that's life. You just get used to it.
Wow. And how did you feel? First of all, how long were you there?
I was there to close to 3 years.
Wow, 3 years. Yeah. And what were you sensing in the first few days when you kind of got there, like experiencing all of this?
I watch a lot of prison movies because I used to be in the gangs, and I used to think it's so cool to be like a gang leader in prison. So I always manifested, I imagined myself being in prison. But when I finally went to prison, like it's different, totally different, because in a Thai prison for drugs and for crazy people, you see a lot of, and then you see people with diamond teeth in prison. You see people with like eyeliner, whole face with tattoos, lips in tattoos.
Wow.
Even for me, thank God I was in the gangs before.
Yes.
So that when I went to prison, it wasn't so much of a shock.
Okay.
It's like I'm already used to people with tattoos.
Yes.
Just not too much.
Yes.
And I'm used to violence and chaos.
Yes.
But not that much.
Yes.
And I'm used to people fighting and shouting, but not all day.
And when you say not that much, what was that much? What were you seeing, hearing, feeling in terms of the violence in a room with that many people in a prison? What's going on?
I mean, all prisons, I believe, there's always hostile, there's always problems, right? Like street gangs, gang fights, or ego. Everyone is alpha. Everyone is trying to prove one another, I'm bigger, I'm stronger than you.
Yes.
But it's worse here because it's crazy people and drug addicts. So even if they are not gangsters, they have a delusion in their mind that they are like superhero.
Yeah.
And then they all get smacked down, So too much is all day.
Yes.
People are shouting all day.
Wow.
Like 24, okay, maybe not 24/7. Probably after 2-3 a.m., people stop talking.
Yes.
But you imagine we wake up at about 5 something in the morning. We wake up, people are already up talking in the room, like talking, chattering.
Yes.
When you go down, people talk, fight, shout, argue all day.
Yeah.
Because, to them, talking loud is like alpha, dominance.
Yeah. Yes.
And people are always fighting and arguing. So it's literally when you wake up, you have sounds all day till you sleep.
Jeez. And what were some of the craziest things that you saw during your time there?
Wow. I saw people get killed. I saw people get slashed in the neck in my room because of jealousy. Like there's couples, like gays.
Yes.
There's also people getting bricked. They use a brick to smash their head over food. Like they cut their queue.
Jeez.
People dying in the room because of they're sick. They're calling for help. Like this guy is dying. He's shivering. They don't even open the door.
Jeez. Yeah.
A lot of stuff like people having sex in the room.
Oh man. Wow.
And they're moaning in front of 40-50 people, and they're just having their two-man world, having sex. And you just have to turn over and you see it and you're like, okay, whatever.
Yes.
A lot of things, crazy things happen. People killing themselves because of their sentence,
Yes.
Or they get dumped by their wife and their kids leave them and they just kill themselves. from overdose or something.
Yeah.
Like all this is real. And you see it so much, you get a little bit immune, like, oh, okay, someone died.
So you have been in the lowest of low. I know a lot of people think they go through hard times. I think you have experienced the hardest of hard times. Did you ever in your life imagine you would see, hear, smell any of these things like in your life?
Well, I have been living my life before prison, in gangs. So it was a matter of time.
Gotcha.
But I just didn't expect to be in such a bad prison.
Yes.
I thought it would be like a prison in Singapore or something, like with
Gotcha. Yeah.
with proper hygiene.
Yes. Yeah.
But never have I imagined I would be put in a place where everyday survival is at stake. You don't just wake up and like, it's just another day. I have so long more for my sentence.
Yeah.
You wake up sometimes fearing for your life, like,
Yes.
am I going to die? Like, if I had a fight with this guy yesterday, is he
Yes.
going to kill me in my sleep?
Wow.
Like, these things happen in the cell when sleeping. I mean, not to me.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
So,
But let's talk about what emotions you were going through. So there was a bit of fear. What else? Like, what were you kind of going through during this time?
I mean, I think survival instinct took over most of everything. Again, I'm very thankful that my life experienced that before, like violence and gangs. So when I was in prison, it was like survival mode.
Gotcha.
And I felt a lot of, because again, long story, but in summary, when I went to prison, I wasn't even prepared.
Yeah.
I was actually in court, supposedly winning. So I was supposed to go home.
Oh, wow.
So the day that I went to prison was the day that they read my sentence. And instead of letting me go home, they said, I have to go prison 6 years
Yeah.
because I accepted it 3 years.
Yeah.
And then no bail,
Yes.
meaning I have to go today.
Yes. Yes.
And that was where, I was like kind of like shell shocked or
Yes.
like in shock.
Yes.
When I went to prison and then like my heart fell, like I was still processing like, oh, I'm going to be in prison for 3 years.
Yes.
I cannot go out. I didn't say any byes to my family. Nobody knew I'm going to prison. Usually
Oh, wow.
people get to say their final byes.
Yes.
And like your business or whatever, you make that closure.
Yes.
To prepare like 3 years of vacation. For me, it was like I was prepared to go back to Singapore. So my emotions was so mixed because survival mode kicked in when I stepped in and I saw so much chaos,
Yeah.
huge disappointment,
Yes.
and huge worry, uncertainty
Yes.
of, oh shit, what's going to happen to my company? What's going to happen to back then, my girlfriend?
Yes.
My family didn't even know I'm here. Like, yeah,
Yes. Yes.
just maximum confusion.
And so the first thoughts when you walked in, when you saw this, and you just started thinking what's going to happen to, but like, what was the first thing what was the first thing that you saw that really created that shock?
Well, when I went into prison, I had a lot of people like greeting me because my sentence or my case was public. Like it was in the news
Okay.
for like 10 days straight.
Wow.
So people were expecting me.
Yes.
So when I went into prison, there were rumors, like everybody came to greet me and everything. And then I saw people trying to get stuff out of me because they know this guy is from Singapore and like he's all over the news, he's probably rich.
Yes.
So that's where I started feeling like people were already coming to like get their tribute or get their tax, prison tax.
Yes.
And I don't like to give into this kind of shit because it's bullying.
Yes.
I never take bully well in my whole life. So immediately I felt that tension. Like I think shit is going to go down
Yes.
hard. And I enjoyed fighting in Singapore in the past,
Yes.
right? But fighting in prison is different. You can't run, you can't hide. You fight and tomorrow there's going to be consequence. People are going to aim for you.
Yes.
So all these things came in mind like
Yes.
together at overload, you know, like, okay, shit, what's going to happen? And someone came and immediately asked me, oh, you have money? You know, and I'm like, no, I don't have money with you. Singapore rich, you have no money? You know, like you see
Yes,
them coming to you, asking you for stuff.
Yes.
And then showing their anger, like, go home, you know, something like this.
Yes, yes, yes.
And you already get pissed and you know what's going to happen.
Yes.
So that fear of hurting them and the fear of after that them hurting me, like all this already start playing back, and I'm like, oh shit. I think it's going to be a long stay.
Yes. So it sounds like you had to really adjust your approach, your people approach, because it sounded like before it was just a case of violence, but now it's a case of violence has consequences. So you got to be a little bit more smarter and more tactful about how you do things. Is that right?
Yeah, so in the past, it's all about violence, and you know, you can like, you have your gangs, you have your backing, you have whatever you need, you know, like you can play a long game. But in prison, it's different. Like you can't just out of the spite of the moment and you just do whatever you want, you know, you stab him or you do whatever, because you know that guy has a family, we call it family, like a gang.
Yes, yes.
And you know, you guys are staying in the same room or the same prison.
Yes.
So it has to be very strategic.
Yes.
So that's what I like, you know. I mean, in my life now, like everything is like a game, you know, climbing the leaderboard.
Yes, yes.
So to become immune, you need to climb your ranks, reach a certain level so that people respect you, people don't touch you.
Yes.
Because if you're new and if you're loud, and especially if you're a foreigner, people target you. And you know, I have tattoos all over my body.
Yes, yes.
And they're like, this Singapore guy, mafia.
Wow.
And they come and try to test you. Oh, Singapore mafia, you good? You know, like, yeah. We Thailand mafia, you know?
Wow. Yes.
Yeah, this is our country. You know, this kind of shit happens all the time.
Yes.
You need to, and you can't just fight back like, fuck you, you know?
Yes, yes.
You have to show that you're not afraid, show dominance, draw that line and let them know you can't fuck with me, I will fuck with you, so that they respect you. That is something that needs a lot of skill. And you can't show people like, you know, people say, with money you can run the prison.
Yes, yes.
No. With money, without EQ or without street smart, you get bullied and you get sucked dry in prison. Because these guys are in prison for like long time, 10 years, 20 years.
Yes.
Suddenly they see a guy with money, 100% they're going to squeeze you dry because you're going to go anyway. If you die or whatever, they don't care. They want that money for themselves.
Yes.
So that's something that I developed along the way, and I think I played it pretty well.
And I think that's quite important that you say that, because developing EQ, emotional intelligence, no one would ever think that in prison you would need to develop emotional intelligence, but it's, you know, in the outside world, emotional intelligence or your ability to communicate differently allows you to maybe make deals. In prison, it allows you to survive. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, everything you say stays with you, because in prison, just imagine, even now, whatever I say to you, you remember, but you have your own personal life. You forget. You have your business. You have but in prison, nobody has anything to do other than think, overthink, and talk, gossip, blow things out of proportion.
Yes.
So every single thing you say from your mouth has a lot of unnecessary overthinking and gossip and, you know, layers to it. So you have to be very, very diplomatic or political in the leveraged things that you say.
Yeah.
Might be for survival, might be for leverage, might be for... So all these things are so fun because I watch a lot of prison movies. You know, like you can manipulate this guy to give you what you want. You know, you need a screwdriver. You give barter trade. You give him what he wants.
Yes.
You know, he likes cookies. You buy cookies for him, and then you get what he wants because this guy is a big gangster. You know, he don't give in to any request, but if you give him something he wants, he give you what he wants. So these kind of things, to me, it was fun.
Yes.
So I play a lot of these kind of games,
Yes.
And I developed a lot of persuasive skills, a lot of selling skills, my EQ was already good, but inside, you can see clearly.
Yes.
Who's IQ, who's EQ, and once you start becoming, for me, I was meditating and praying every single day.
Wow.
So I started becoming very spiritual. So I start to feel energy.
Wow.
And then you can see people's intentions, you can see energy, you can see frequencies, you can feel stuff. So it becomes huge leverage. Like you can read their mind somehow. You know what they want when they come to talk to you. And then you give them what they want so that you get what you want without seeming like you need them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like that. It's because I speak with a lot of people around influence and persuasion, and understanding what people want is such a powerful skill. Like too many people kind of go and pitch without really understanding what the person really wants. And it sounds like you really honed that skill while you were there. And before you develop the EQ, before you develop the persuasive skills, would it be fair to say that there's a lot of people that might be watching this that maybe feel like they're in a place where they don't have hope? Would you say that this was worse than when you first got there? Not even no hope, it was, oh my God, I don't have hope and I have to figure out how to survive. What was the kind of experience there for you, or what was the feeling for you there?
I think because I have ADHD and I'm quite, I like control of my life. I plan everything. And I think what changed in me was the art of detachment, where I realized like no matter what you plan, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yes.
So it might not even happen. You might not even be alive tomorrow. So just do the best today.
Yes.
So what you say is right. Like, it's not just no hope. It's you have no control. I think freedom and privacy, it's an important bare minimum in human being, psychologically.
Yes.
If you don't have that, I mean, this is why prison is a prison.
Yes.
They take away your freedom. They take away your privacy.
Yes.
They make you feel like you're not a human. You have no control over what you want to do.
Yes.
And that's worse in Thai prison because you don't even have a cell and you don't even have quiet time for yourself.
Wow.
You don't even have that door when you shit or pee in the prison. Like you squat down and you're seeing someone shit in front of you. Like So that plays a lot of mental
games.
Mental games to you, like.
And so this is very powerful. And we'll move in a moment to what got you to prison, because I'm sure a lot of people are wondering that. But I think this is a great place to just reflect, because so many people that might be watching this are thinking, maybe whatever's going on in their lives, that this is hopeless. I want to remind everyone that today you're a and this was just 7 years ago that you were in prison, but today you're a 9-figure fintech entrepreneur. You travel around the world, you speak around the world, and you've written a book, etc. You're doing amazingly successful. So there is hope even beyond that. Like, I just want to make that note over here, because some people might be watching thinking in their lives they don't have hope. But I think your story is a very powerful example of that.
I think to add on to that is, when I came out of prison in 2019, end of the year, I didn't start with just nothing. I started with negative.
Wow.
And why I say that is because when I came out, I was in debt because I was spending too much in prison, and I thought I had the money, but apparently someone was paying for me, so I had to pay them back.
Wow.
I didn't have my phone and my laptop because the police took it away when they confiscated my stuff. I lost my Instagram, my Facebook, because my email was deactivated. My SIM card was gone. I couldn't take it back. So it's literally negative 0.
Wow. Yes.
Everything that I planned in prison, I wrote my vision board, my goals. I think we'll touch on that later.
Yeah.
And my plans of travel and business or whatever was gone.
Yeah.
At that moment, at least, you know, like whatever plans that I wanted, I couldn't do it because I cannot contact the guy I wanted to. Like,
yes.
he just became a memory. There is no way for me to contact this guy, let's say in Australia or Germany, because I had his number or I had his Instagram.
Yes.
It's gone now.
Yeah, you had a complete reset.
Complete reset.
Wow.
So it's literally from negative below zero, no contacts, no friends. Of course, I'm thankful. I have my family with me. I had a house to stay, but that's it.
Yeah. So before I go to before, I did have one more question. What were you spending money on? Like you say, like, what is everyone spending money on in prison?
Everyone asked that question. So I think everyone knows in prison it's corrupted.
Yeah.
Right. Especially Thai prison. It's one of the most corrupted country in the world.
Yes.
Right? And it's a third world country. So everything needs money. Food, cigarettes are the currency in prison. Like you can pay a packet of cigarette for 2 bread. You can pay a packet of cigarettes for 1 hour of massage.
Wow.
So cigarette is the currency in prison.
Yes.
So, and for me, because I'm blessed and I was very lucky to climb the ranks, and I was a leader at the last 8 months to a year before I left. I was a gang leader in a group.
Yeah.
I had a lot of mouths to feed.
Yes.
And you have to feed the officer too, because to maintain that position, the officer wants to feel taken care of. And so a lot of this kind of strategic investments where we take care of the gang leaders beside us, like the big guys, you know, they buy for our stuff, we buy for them back.
Yes.
We bring in food, special food during occasions to feed our family, like our gangs. We host, like we kind of host for the gang leaders. We give them gifts. Like we buy in chicken rice that is rare, and we buy the chicken rice for the gang leaders. We buy chicken rice for the officers. Stuff like that, you know?
Yes.
So everything costs money, and everything is super overpriced.
Yes.
You know, as it is.
Yes.
So initially I thought I had a stash of money outside prison. So I was like, oh yeah, I have the money. Like I was just spending, you know, to take care of myself. Initially was survival.
Yeah.
I had to make strategic investments to buy relationships, buy them candy, buy them cigarettes, buy them what they want, to barter trade, favors, and they climb the ranks. And that costs a lot of money.
Yes.
Get nice space to sleep, like to upgrade myself.
Wow.
To get, to climb the ranks.
Yes.
And once you're there, you have to maintain it.
Yeah.
You have to maintain your boys. You have to feed them. Wow. Like instead of taking care of myself, I have to take care of whole group of 30 guys.
Wow.
Who have no family, who work for me. They wash my clothes. You know, they massage me. So that's the thing.
Wow.
So that's what I spent on. Initially was survival. After that, it was like taking care of a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of your CEO skills kind of came from prison, learning how to negotiate, how to persuade, how to manage other people, how to look after other people.
I think it taught me to get whatever I want, no matter the circumstance.
Wow.
Because I have to.
Yes, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Let's rewind to what got you there. So tell me about life before prison. What was happening that actually led you to go to prison?
I was very fortunate to have a pretty good life in the past. I was running a few business. I was doing. I had a model agency.
Yeah.
One of the biggest in Singapore back then.
Yeah.
And I was running a few clubs in Singapore. So I was in nightlife.
Yes.
And I was making good money. And then my life was in vice, and I was in the gangs and everything. So, but because I saw a lot of unhappiness in my friends' lives, in nightlife, because I see people get drunk every day and on drugs, I wanted to live that life.
Yes.
So I got married for the purpose of changing my life, to become a better man because of wife. I'm now a married man.
Yes.
I want to change for my family, for my wife.
Yes.
Because I was like rotating girls all the time. And it worked for a while. My life was improving. You know, I cut down on drugs. I stopped fucking around. I stopped overspending on stuff, you know, on alcohol and whatever.
Yeah.
I stopped fighting so much, and I was at the brink of leaving my gang. You know, it's difficult to leave an Asian gang.
Yeah.
Once you're in, until we had a divorce. Then my pillar of my anchor disappeared, and that was where my whole life went down spiral. Like why leave the gang since she left me? You know, so I went deeper. And drugs, I stopped drugs. I cut down drugs because of her.
Yes.
And then suddenly it was like I had no reason to stop.
Yes.
Like everything just went extreme. And that was where I went to Thailand after my breakup and on the process of a divorce to have a reset. Like I wanted to, because I was married for 4 years.
Yes.
And it was not easy to change from someone so extreme to become a better man.
Yeah.
And that divorce broke everything, and I just went super down spiral.
Yeah.
I was on drug parties every night. I had a gun, I had a knuckle duster. Like I just thought like I owned the world, you know.
Yes.
In Thailand, and I knew a lot of powerful people back then.
Yes.
So I was like fighting in the club, and I have security guards taking care of me. Like no matter what I did, I was untouchable. Until I got arrested. I got arrested a couple of times and I got away. That's why I thought I was really invincible.
Yes.
But the last time when I got caught, they stomped my door. They came in with rifles. They came in with media. And then everything was documented live. And I couldn't use my phone to get myself out by calling my contacts.
Yes.
It was like a setup to like remove me.
Wow.
And yeah, right after that, everything just... Suddenly, whatever power I thought I had, it was useless.
Yeah, and so you get arrested. They charge you with.
So they charged me with trafficking, drug trafficking, because I had a certain amount of drugs. That limit.
Yeah, and with all of this happening, so they came in, rifles, got you to the ground. They filmed it all. What was going through your head at this point that made you realize, or when was the point that you realized, damn, I've messed up?
I think when the police pinned me, when this time they stormed the door and they came in with media, that I realized, I think I'm fucked. Because I got away a couple of times.
Yes.
And in my mind, I'm really telling myself, I cannot get caught again because I was on bail. And my guy already told me, I can't help you again because, you know, we pushed enough favors, like we can't help you. Don't do it. Don't do anything for the time being or leave, like stay low. And this time when I got caught, I'm like, oh shit, like, I'm fucked. I have no more money because I spent it on the last clearing. I have no contact to save me and everything's on media. I have no phone. I'm really fucked.
And now, okay, so we know how bad it was. We know how you got there. Now, before we get to how you turned this all around, let's go to the turnaround point. What was the moment that you sort of said to yourself, okay, I need to change. Something's got to change. Like, because, you know, we've all made mistakes. We've done things wrong, and we've been in places where things haven't looked the brightest or very hopeful. What shifted for you, and when did it shift?
I think the biggest shifts happened to me in prison.
Yeah.
The first week I entered prison, I had a realization like things do have consequence, and power and connections sometimes run out.
Yes.
The second time was a few months of, because, you know, I was a very aggressive person, and I have ADHD, so, you know, like sounds and people trigger me so easily.
Yes.
in prison, you get triggered all the time, and you can get crazy trying to control it, you know, because you can only fight a few times, you know. After that, you are either going to get killed or you're going to get like punished, the extension of your sentence. So I tried very hard to control myself. That was where I started meditating and praying every single day.
Wow.
And then pray, and what I prayed for is actually very simple. Two things.
Yes.
Peace.
Wow.
And calm. Like, this is two things I needed. Like, I was getting angry all day, you know, like this guy was fighting and accidentally pushed me, or this guy came and slapped my head out of a joke.
Yes.
Like, I can't accept that, you know?
And it sounded like you used to be you used to have a lot of violence, and now there was a shift that made you say...
There was still violence in prison.
Yes.
I have to, you know?
Yes.
But it is calculated violence, you know? It's not just like this guy push me and I punch him and we fight.
Yes.
It's like I have to plan my strategy in prison, like...
Yes.
I can't do it myself. In a way, maybe I don't say in camera, but for example, if certain guys say some shit to you, I can't just personally do it myself anymore. Like, I have to hold back. I have to plan how to teach him a lesson without affecting myself.
Yes.
Or not even using violence, but using leverage to wake him up and let him know his place. Let him know who I am. You know, things like this. Like, it's not just violence anymore. So, and to have that, I needed to be calm. I needed to have peace. So that meditation and prayer helped a lot, because after I think a month of everyday prayers, suddenly something clicked, you know, like I literally heard a voice in my head. Like, didn't you ask for a change? You know, I was praying so much, like, I wanted to get out of this life, like in gangs and fighting and nightlife and drugs and alcohol. Like, I only see myself either dead if I continue this path, in prison, or handicapped.
Wow.
That's the only path if you are like a full-fledged gangster, you know? And either any of these options is bad. So I was praying so hard, like I need to change, but I couldn't, because I had an anger problem.
It sounds like you had this identity of being a gangster, being in this, and you knew that where this identity would lead you, and you were praying for a shift, but you didn't know what that shift was. Does that sound about right?
Yes, I didn't know how to remove myself. I didn't know how to change, because I was stuck in an environment like that I have to be strong, you know? Whether it's family or whether it's friends or whether it's with your gangs. Like, I'm stuck in an environment where I need to do things the way I do, because if I do otherwise, it's weakness. So that was the identity that I had that I couldn't change because of who I was. But in prison, I lost all identity, and I had nothing. You know, I became zero, like just a prisoner in prison. Like,
and it sounds like a lot of pain made you shift your identity.
So, and then that was where the voice came to my head. Like, wasn't this what you wanted? Like, didn't you need a change? This is your chance. I didn't know what. I didn't know who. What voice was that? It's myself, whether it's the universe, whether it's God. But I knew this was my answer. Like, I needed a change, and here I am.
What was the moment that what were you doing when you had that voice? Were you sleeping? Were you meditating? Were you praying? What was happening for you to get that voice?
I was praying. I still remember a clear moment. I was praying. And again, this is something that is so intriguing to me, and I always share with people, and why I'm so versed in a lot of spirituality and religious stuff. I was a Buddhist before I went to prison, right? Because I had a Thai wife. I even lived in the temple for 21 days, 14 days, like wearing white to go back with the monk. Like, and I could pray the whole prayer, chant the whole prayer. Like, I was quite well versed. And in prison, I was praying to the Buddhist statue. Like
Yes.
I was praying, and it gave me a lot of calm and peace.
Yes, yes, yes.
But the voice spoke to me, and I was stuck in my cell was a Muslim cell. I think
Yes.
I didn't even share with you this.
Wow.
It was an Islam room for
Yes.
3 years. So you know how Islam people are,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
As an Islam yourself, they try to convert you
Yes, yes, yes.
every day.
Yes,
And they're
yes.
like reading and they pray all day, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
they pray all day. They try to convert me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm not a Muslim.
Yeah.
In the room, in the Muslim room, they're like, oh, come, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I listened to their prayers and their preachings all day.
Wow.
And that's where things start to click, you know, like I start to listen to a lot of similar names or stories
Yes.
in the Buddhist teachings
Yes.
and in the Bible. And they're
Yes.
like, hey, this name sounds familiar, you know?
Yes,
The
yes.
story sounds familiar. That was where I started piecing everything together. And I realized like, hey, there's actually one God, one destination.
Yes.
It is just different cultures, different religions are broken down
Okay.
to
Yeah.
simplify for normal human beings to understand, because you know
Yeah, yeah.
a universe or you know
Yeah.
it's too complicated for some people to perceive, and people cannot figure things out on their own. I think you understand.
Yeah.
They need a guide, they need a teacher, they need a mentor, or they need rules and a
Yes.
law book
Yeah, yeah.
for
yeah.
them to understand that, okay, I have to do this because it's God's word, or else I go to hell. But what they don't realize is there may be a hell, there may be not, but without these rules and consequence, some people don't even understand that this thing is wrong
Yes.
in the first
yes,
place.
Yes, 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 yes.
because they don't have morals, they don't have this ethical ground. So a lot of these kind of things is for that purpose.
Consequences is a theme that keeps coming up. It's a word that keeps coming up. It sounds almost like your old identity didn't maybe believe in consequences, but now your prison sentence showed you that there were consequences, and that played a little part in your shift. Would you agree, or tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I believe that's one of the biggest shifts in my identity, is that I realize every single thing that's karma. You know, whatever thing that happened, there is always a way to come back to you.
Yes.
Whether through someone else, like you help someone, he may not help you, but that help will come back multiple folds from somewhere else.
Yes.
Same for negative things. You hurt this guy, he may not have the power to hurt you back, but somewhere in your life, you're going to get that somehow back to you. And then when you are more conscious, that I became more conscious with what's happening in my life and what's
Yes.
going on around me. I start to be very conscious, and I can see it like almost instantly. Like when I start to realize, not instantly, when you start to, when you have a lot of time with yourself,
Yes. Yes.
you start to reflect back in your whole life, every single year what happened, and then you start to piece things together. Oh, so this is why this guy did this. That is why this thing happened. And maybe this is why I was so blessed to get away with this. Because this, and I start to be very grateful. I start to understand the consequences, like you do this and this thing came back. Oh, so maybe this was because of this. And maybe this was because of this. So everything happened for a reason.
Wow. So let's paint a picture again. So you're in prison. You're in a place with not zero hope. You're less than zero hope, because you're in a place with not even your basic human needs, your basic rights. You're in a place where you're focusing on survival, and you're in a place where you're finally learning, oh my God, there's all these consequences. But yet, even with all of this going on, you decided at one point, I'm going to add hope. I'm going to create a vision for the future. Tell me about that. What happened? When did it happen?
Wow. So, good question earlier on how and what happened to create a shift. A lot of things, spiritual shifts, mental shifts, physical shifts.
100%.
But what actually changed me a lot was books, because I was thankful I had a lot of books when I was in prison.
Yes.
I never read my whole life. I'm a shitty academic person.
Yes.
But when I was in prison, when I started to have that calm mind, when the voice spoke to me to use this opportunity to change, that is where I realized, okay, I need knowledge, right? I need things to become someone else. I need to become someone else, right? I cannot be someone else and I'm still being that old guy, old Jonathan, right? I need to upgrade to 2.0. And to be that 2.0, I need to learn stuff. And by learning, I need to talk to people, to learn from mentors, and I need to read books. I read a lot of books. But the book that really changed my life was, of course, I read the Bible. They changed a lot of my life. And The Secret. That was where I understand about manifestation, law of attraction, visualization. And then I realized prayers are actually a form of manifestation, right? Speaking to God is actually speaking to your higher self, which is speaking to yourself, which is that manifestation again and again, and visualization that it's already here. And to become, and then it will happen, you know? So these teachings is where I start to realize, like, I need to change. And then I started making an active effort to change. I started writing in my, back then it was a notebook. I started writing all my goals that I wanted. And then when I have that clear why and what I want to become, I started subconsciously already changing.
And this is an important point that I just want to spend a little bit of time on this, okay? First of all, you wrote down what? What were you writing down? What is it that you were writing down that you wanted?
Okay, in the book, The Secret, it shows you that you don't just think of a goal. You have to be very specific. What goal it is, what color it is, which year you want to have it. Like, for example, you want to have a Lamborghini, you want to, like, what model? What color? And auto or manual? You know, like, you need to have that specific thing. So those were the things that I started writing down. Like, I wanted to do business in Dubai. I wanted to have a Fintech company. I wanted to skydive. I wanted to, a lot of things. So those were the goals that I had after I read The Secret. I read it a few times in prison. And I read a few other books similar to this. And I'm like, okay, I think I need to do this. And I was writing and expanding. I have about 15 to, I think, below 20. I probably can flash it out. It's actually in my book.
Very cool.
The actual snippet of that writing from prison. 70% of them already came true.
And this is so powerful, because you are literally, you'd never run a fintech, you'd never run, like, had you ever been to Dubai at that point?
Nope.
No, you hadn't even been to Dubai. You know, you hadn't experienced any of this. You're in an environment where you're almost, you're surrounded by people, and yet you're writing something that at that point in time seemed crazily impossible. Is that fair to say?
So what really helped me a lot in prison, the mindset shift that got me all this, was I started, instead of thinking of how unlucky I was, like, how did I get caught, like, oh, my life is shit, I started thinking what the voice spoke to me, like, this is my chance to change. So after reading a lot of books, I started thinking of my future, of that future me. Right? And every single new person that I meet, like, okay, I want to do business overseas, not Singapore, not Asia anymore. When I met a German guy, when I met a guy from Arab country, I talked to them like, oh, so Dubai is so amazing. Okay, I write that down. I want to do business in Dubai. And when I spoke to these guys in, like, Germany or Canadian friends and all this, I realized, oh, actually in Europe, there's a lot of things that we have in Asia that is normal to us. It's so amazing to them. That's where I also wrote down, I want to do business in Europe. My office is in Romania. It's in Europe. My company is in Dubai. So all these things that I wrote down actually came true. And how it came true, because I started becoming that person that I wrote.
Yes.
Subconsciously.
Yes,
Like,
of course.
I want to do business in Europe. Suddenly, I started attracting people in Europe. I started showing more interest
Yes.
on Europe. Like, oh, tell me about Europe. Like, do you guys have this? Oh, you don't even have a super app. Like, you don't even have QR codes like back then.
Yes.
You don't have global banking. Like, oh, okay, I wrote that down. Like, so I started seeing opportunities and piecing them together.
Okay, so we wrote down, and this is also very important, because some people go and they say, like you say, manifestation, and they say, hey, I want a new car, and then they just sit there and expect something to come from the universe. You said something very important. Number one, you wrote down what it is that you wanted, and then the second is you said why it was important. Tell me about that. What were you writing down?
Yeah, so it's also in the book, The Secret. Like, because to piece down what you really, really want and to visualize, you first have to become.
Yes.
And the emotional frequency is the most powerful. And understanding why you want to have it creates a lot of strong emotions that actually tricks your brain into thinking you already have it.
Yes.
And that's where you start to attract, or you start to become who you actually wanted. Like, and to get the things that you actually wanted, although you don't have it yet.
Yes.
But you start visualizing that, so this is why I wanted it. For example, let's say I want to buy a yacht.
Yes.
If it's not for me, I mean, it could be for some people, like, I want to flex, I want to get a celebrity, like Angelina Jolie. So you start imagining, how it's like to be with Angelina Jolie on the yacht. Or for me, because my dad is a fisherman, he loves to fish. Oh, he's not a fisherman, I mean, he loves to fish.
Yes.
And I wanted a yacht so that I could bring my dad and gift to my dad. I mean, of course, I use it, right, to give to my dad because it's his life dream.
Yes.
To have his own boat and to retire on a boat. He can fish whenever he wants.
Yes.
And just imagining that smile on my dad's face and that, overflowing of appreciation and being proud of me created a lot of like emotional why. That's why is so strong.
Yes.
And once your why is strong enough, the universe will give you everything else.
Great.
The what, the how, the when, everything just falls into place.
What were you most grateful for about being in a Thai prison?
Very good question. Before we go to that, I want to add some context. A lot of people ask me, wow, how did I feel so unlucky being caught in prison and everything? And I tell everyone, being in prison was the biggest blessing for me my whole life. Yeah. Because it gave me the sentence alone. It was long enough for me to learn my lesson.
Yeah.
And it was not too long for me to give up in life.
Wow.
Because the biggest thing that I learned from prison was the most difficult thing to achieve for any human being.
Yes.
Which is my rebirth, which is actually the name of my program.
Rebirth.
Because to become someone new, most people have that limiting beliefs that, I need to change this, I need to change that, I need to upgrade this, I need to upgrade that, I need to remove that. It's slow. Let me ask you something. Let's say you have a PC, a computer, and you need to play a new game. You need to upgrade, you need to change the RAM, you need to change this, right? It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to upgrade this shit. But it's still an old PC.
Yes.
Don't you think it's better to just scrap this and get a new one? So that was my thought process. After I came out of prison and I did multiple rebirths. I killed multiple versions of myself to have multiple rebirths. So it was John 2.0, John 3.0, John 3.5,
Wow.
And then when I started to reflect and I started podcasts and I started talking about my past, then I realized that was the biggest blessing and appreciation that I have, which is prison gave me an opportunity to die.
Yes.
Because I came out of prison. The hardest thing for people is to remove old ties, like friends. They still have to respect their friends, right?
Yes, yes.
I lost everything. I lost all my connections from all my business partners. I lost connections from all my friends. Like everyone was gone. They deleted, like God deleted deleted my history.
Deleted your whole old life. I mean, this is like not just a decided rebirth. It was a decided and. By the way, in case you're thinking of going back, done. It's done.
The universe and God like deleted my past chat history, my history.
Yeah.
All gone. So I couldn't even go back and like, I need to consult my friend, which is probably the reason why I was stuck in my old past in the first place, right?
Yeah.
And that rebirth was priceless. Like that's something that money cannot buy.
And I want to touch again on this rebirth in a second, but you said something that is so powerful. The sentence, as soon as they gave it to you, well, not as soon as they gave it to you, but the sentence was long enough for you to learn your lesson and short enough for you to not give up. And that's powerful. See, I truly believe there's so many people in life that, are sad with what they're going through, or like, why did this happen to me? I really think that every challenge that we go through can be a blessing if you let it.
Exactly.
And I like you, I've made some mistakes in my life and I've experienced the consequences, and I wouldn't change a thing in my life, because where I am today, where you are today, exactly. The people we are today is a result of those things, of those challenges. And, to anyone that's going through anything right now, every single movie that we ever watch, it's not an interesting movie unless there's a bit of a challenge in the middle.
Exactly.
Like, we have to go through these challenges in order to become our best selves. You had to go through this challenge in order to become, the very successful person that you are today, and the inspiration that you are today, and a person who cares about others, who cares about other people's transformation, which is a complete contrast to who you were. I know this firsthand, because when I was growing up, I was the awkward, geeky kid, and I had to go through those challenges, the bullies, etc., to want to be a great communicator. Our challenges, our hardest times, make us who we are, and I love that. So if anything, like, I think editors like put this on the screen long enough for you to.
It was long enough for me to learn my lesson.
Yes.
But not too long for me to give up.
Beautiful. And then the rebirth, and this is important, because we've spent a lot of time talking about, what prison was like, and the person that you had to be in prison, the person that you were before. Let's talk about this rebirth, and because you are someone completely different today. I'm speaking to you, you're a spiritual person, you care a lot about people, you're very driven, you're very successful, and you have a new purpose in life. So let's talk about the rebirth, and what is that purpose in life right now?
So one of my goals when I was in prison, and it got justified further, I will talk about it later, is I didn't know how, I didn't know what to do, but I wanted to impact lives of millions of people. Because when I realized I'm being put in prison for a reason, for me to change. And when I changed, and I read the books, and I started to have that mental framework of rebirth and self-improvement, and just talking about future and positive stuff, I gathered a lot of followers in prison. I had easily 50 to 60 people always sitting down, like listening to me talk to other people. Like, they just intrigued at why you can think like this in prison,
Yes.
Like, we are fucked. Like, why are you crazy talking about,
Yes.
And that's where I realized how powerful words are. Like, just being positive in a negative situation can change someone's life.
Wow.
And they have no hope, or they already give up, and then they ask you for life advice, and just giving them this one advice of just my casual thought, like, oh no, of course not. Like, why don't you just do this? And they're like, oh yeah, thanks, I'll try it. And they try it, and their whole life changed just from this casual. To you, it's casual, but to them, it's life changing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people are at the brink of their life. They don't know what to do, and they might just kill themselves.
Yes.
And just that hope, show them a hope, could just be that one thing that they were praying for.
Yeah.
One answer. And that's where I realized, like, that is my purpose. Like, God put me in this situation so that I could use my knowledge and my life and my journey to impact lives around me.
Yes.
Because I could reach lives that many people cannot, because I've been in prison.
Yes.
So I can reach lives of people that are already in prison.
Yes, yes.
Because these guys will never listen to some guy like Tony Robbins, you know?
Yes, yes, yes.
But he listened to me because I was in the prison like you, and not just like 2 months, like 3 years. So I was living your life, and here I am. I prayed for it, I manifested it, and got delivered. So that was where I started having that purpose in life. But then it got justified when I came out of prison, and I went to Bali, Kerobokan prison, with a pastor. I went there, and they said the last year when they came, 14 people baptized. They converted and given themselves to Christ. Okay, I don't want to touch so much about religion, but it's the thought process that told me that this is my purpose.
Yes.
And then I shared about my whole story, like what happened in prison, what I prayed for, what I wrote down, and now 60% of them all came true. All because I believed in it, I had faith, and I worked hard consistently, because trusting that I already have, I will get it no matter what.
Yes.
And then right after that, the pastor asked, after listening to his story, how many of you guys want to know more about God? Okay, 90% of them raised up their hand. And that's where I felt shivers down my goosebumps, and I teared, like, because there was music, like everybody was like praising.
Yes, yes.
And I was like, oh my God, it's just 5 minutes of me speaking, and these guys' lives could probably change.
Wow.
That was where I really, really wanted, like, okay, this is it. This is my purpose.
Great.
I want to do it to millions of people.
I want to recap because we're going through some amazing gold, and the steps that you've said so far. 1, figuring out what you want. 2, figuring out why you want it. 3, having extreme faith in that you're going to make it happen. And then 4, you said going after it powerfully and like working hard to get it. Not just saying, hey, I want the car. Like, it's just, you're making things happen. We talked about your purpose, and you have shifted. This is a 180-degree shift. Going from, it sounds like you were very inward focused initially. Like when you're in the gang, it's all about me. What can I get? What can I get? And now you've shifted to an outward focus. It's very much about, how can I help others? How can I serve others? Why is that important to you?
Well, because probably of the clarity for me finding my purpose.
Yeah.
And me wanting to provide solutions to everyone, or helping lives of millions of people, will somehow or rather give me what I want. Right? Like, instead of chasing money, my whole realization is money will come as a byproduct on the size of the problem you can solve.
Yes.
And also depends on the number of people you help.
Wow.
And then money will just come. Money will flow. The more problems you solve for people, the bigger the problems, the more money you make. So that shift in realization created a lot of, so okay, I'm not going to chase money anymore, because by chasing is a scarcity mindset.
Yes.
I'm going to think in abundance. Like, I don't need money. Money will come.
Yeah.
I'm just going to help people. And then, everything will just fall into place. So that's the kind of mindset that I have now, which is why I keep sharing. I even write it in my book, like, don't chase, a track, which is the whole purpose of me just helping people. Because I realized when I change, everything changed, because it's all in the mindset,
Yeah.
Instead of thinking of what I need or what I want or what I need to do,
Yes.
like, think of what you need. Like,
Yes.
think of what they want. And then how can I provide that for them?
Yes. And this is very powerful. I mean, from doing it in prison in order to survive, from saying, what do you want, what do you need, to helping. But now you're doing it on a much bigger scale. Like we said at the beginning, I've seen you speak. I've introduced you on stage in the Philippines. You travel around the world. You speak. You speak. You're inspiring people with your story. You're helping transform lives. You've even gone to a prison. Is that correctly? To go and speak to people, because you're so passionate about helping people. Can I ask, when you go and speak to prisons and look, or not just to prisons, when you go and speak, are you looking almost to inspire an earlier, younger version of yourself?
Yeah, 100%. Because although not everyone goes to prison, right?
Yes.
But that is a rock bottom moment that I had.
Yes.
And I believe everyone in life, they have their own rock bottom moments, whether their parents died, or whether they had a divorce, or whether they had stage 4 cancer. Everybody, every human being, somehow they will have that rock bottom moment.
Yes.
And the reason why I'm sharing my rock bottom moment and the realization that I had during that point of time is for other people to reflect on their lives. Like, my rock bottom moment is in prison. But even when I was in prison with no hope, no privacy, no freedom, this helped me change. And look where I am now.
Yeah.
So you can do the same.
Yes.
So the reason of me sharing my story and is me trying to use my story to transform their life.
Yes.
Not just to inspire, to transform. Because it's nonsense when people say, oh, I need like 6 months to make the transformation.
Yes.
It's all bullshit. I think Yeah. Transformation can happen just at that moment you decide to change.
In an instant.
In an instant.
100%.
When you decide to change, your reality shifts, everything changes.
Yes.
I want people to understand that.
And decision points are literally the turning points of our lives. It's like, a ship, and it's going in one direction. But if we just decide and turn the wheel, it takes a while for that ship to turn. It takes a while to even get to a whole new destination. But the moment it changes is the decision point.
And to add on to that, so people can visualize.
Yes.
At the moment you turn, the ship steers only a little bit.
Yes.
But if you look at it at a grand scale of thing,
yes,
in a prolonged period of time, that difference is huge.
Huge.
It's completely from north east.
Yes, yes.
It's completely, the trajectory is complete.
I did this. I actually looked into this, and I looked at a 1 degree, just a 1 degree shift. And I was in the airline industry a long time ago, and I looked at a 1 degree shift, just a 1 degree shift in a plane, and a plane going from the UAE to London was the difference between going from UAE to London or UAE and landing in the water, just a 1 degree shift. And so, like you said, 1 degree, like a little shift, you don't notice over a small period, but over a long period, it's a huge, it's massive.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about when you make a decision, when we make a decision, it's not a 1 degree shift. It's usually a much bigger.
Multiple changes in your life, multiple steers.
What was the first decision that you made that made the difference? Because today is about what's the difference that made the difference. What's the first decision that changed your trajectory?
Oh, I think I mentioned I rebirthed multiple times.
Yes.
But I think the biggest thing that completely changed the whole trajectory of my life was being grateful for being in prison.
Nice.
Like, I started seeing prison as such a blessing.
Yes.
If not for my prison, we wouldn't even be in this podcast.
Yes.
If not for my prison, I wouldn't be interviewed by so many people.
Yeah.
Like, my life would just be a normal fintech founder.
Yeah.
First time fintech founder. That's it.
Yes.
You have amazing solutions. Okay, that's it. But now it's so powerful because I had no experience in startup. I had no experience in banking. I came from prison just 6 years ago.
Yeah.
How am I a founder of a company that's valued so much now? And how am I working with presidents and big countries?
Yes.
It's all because of this small little empowerment or inspiration or motivation that I get from people when they know my story and they're like, oh shit, I really know this. I like your story. Like, I know this guy, I'll introduce him to you. You know, like just pure, genuine, authentic help with no business, what do you call it? Like, no strings attached. Like even Cheska, she introduced me to, like even to you.
Yes.
Cheska introduced to me, and she's not my business partner. She's just a good friend.
Yes.
And we clicked because she has similar stories like me. You know,
Yes.
she went through a lot of things.
Yeah.
She's from a pilot and COVID and everything. And then she started helping me out unconditionally.
Yes. Yes.
Which then brought in so much connections that actually helped my company scale so many levels, you know?
And look, us hanging together, like you are operating from a vibration, from a, whatever you want to call it, from an energy or from a position of wanting to help people. Like right now, we have gotten along not because of what you had done in the past, it's because of who you are right now. It's because you had been through some crap. You are now very passionate about helping people. And, you know, look, I mean, I know that, you know, when you go and you travel around the world and you speak at different events about your story, look, I know people, you know, pay you a good amount of money, but you're a 9-figure business entrepreneur. You're not even doing it for the money that people are paying you right now, because in your business, I'm sure you earn a lot more, but you're doing it because you're so passionate about helping people. And I think that's beautiful. And like attracts like.
Sometimes I even cancel my important meetings just for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to go because I promised them and people's lives are waiting, you know?
Yeah. You are, and it's so crazy because you are operating from this outward position. And it's a complete 180 of who you were. I want to ask you, what advice would you give to the younger you pre-prison, the one that was in gangs or whatever? What advice would you give to that person?
Oh, nobody asked me this before. Let me think. Pre-prison.
Yes.
If I can turn back time.
Yeah, no, as in if you, standing in front of you was your younger self, this is the version of you that is making the mistakes, that is doing the wrong things, perhaps, you know? What advice would you give to that version of you?
I think what I would tell the younger version of myself is just keep doing you, because every mistake that you're doing right now is actually not a mistake. It's meant to happen. It gives you all the skills and all the knowledge and failures that you need in the future. So there's nothing I would tell you to change. Just do you. Just keep going. You will get there.
And what about, let me ask you another question. What advice would you give to, again, perhaps the younger version of you or someone like that who has just gone into a hopeless situation, whether it's a prison or a prison of some sorts, where they feel like life is hopeless, they feel like nothing can happen, they feel worse than life is hopeless, they're in distress for whatever reason, what would you say to someone like that or your younger self?
Okay, so that is different because my younger self already knew that. But to someone in a similar situation like I was back then, what I would tell him is this: whatever problem or whatever situation you're in right now, everything always happens for a reason. You don't know, you might not understand why, you might not understand how, but the universe puts us in a situation always for a reason. And rock bottom is actually not the end of the world. It is actually like this famous saying, when you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else but up.
Yes.
Right? And it actually makes sense because once you hit that rock bottom, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And everything else, it's just up.
Yes.
And sometimes, or all the time, the universe and God breaks you down and creates a situation where you have no choice but to have faith in something else.
Yeah.
And that something else is always much better than what you perceive the future to be. Wow. So this is what I always want to tell people, and this is what I always share, because for example, let's say we want to do something in life and we only have our own one human perspective of what I can achieve, that small limiting belief.
Yes.
And most humans are stubborn, right?
Yes, yes.
And the only way the universe and God can make us realize that we could do better than that is to break us down and ask you just shut up and, and just watch where you go from this on, Yes. Stop thinking that this is the only person you can be with because the universe gave signs like there's someone better, there's something better, there's a better job, but you only believe in yourself. Like, this is the best I can do. So by breaking you down, God is actually killing that identity that you have to allow you to reborn.
Wow. I love that. When things, breaking down that old identity to allow you to become the person that you're meant to be. Let's take a moment and talk about who you are right now, because we've spoken a lot about the crap, and I've mentioned that you're a 9-figure fintech entrepreneur. Tell me about life today. What does that look like for you? What are you seeing today that is beyond your dreams, or what are you achieving today?
Wow. It's crazy stuff the last 12 months. So a lot of things change and happen in my vision board that much more than what I expected.
Great.
For example, let's say right now we are doing a partnership with the Central Africa president, with the Ghana president to provide our banking solutions for their country. Wow. We have signed deals with, I think we're still in NDA with huge telco companies of big Asian countries. Yes. Like Japan.
Wow.
They can figure it out. And also providing banking solutions for companies that are top 3 in an industry.
Wow.
So these things were beyond my wildest dreams. Like, I never thought I would ever one day be in front of a president and shake his hand to provide any kind of service to a president. So these kind of things, like, I never expected it, but I had that vision,
Yes.
I want to impact lives of millions of people. I want to create a fintech company that goes hand in hand, because now my banking solution is actually providing solutions for millions of people.
That's
in Africa, in Latin America, and globally. Like, it is actually solving problems for people, and I'm helping them, and my story is helping me get there faster. So a lot of things, like, it's like we are also on the path of opening a private bank in Luxembourg.
Yes.
Like, I have never imagined that one day I would own a bank.
Yes.
So right now I would own a bank. And also we have been building and deploying banking solutions and omni-banks for about 40 different banks right now globally.
That's phenomenal.
So these are the things that we have done, which I've never expected.
And I want to just touch on this because this is so powerful, because I truly believe that the questions that we ask ourselves and the decisions that we make truly have a massive impact, and we may not understand it at the moment. You asked yourself, how can I impact millions of lives? And is this kind of how you came up with the idea for your business? Like what prompted the idea for your business?
So remember I mentioned, I never asked how. I had my why. What I wanted was clear.
What you wanted was clear.
Why I wanted to do it was clear.
Yes.
Like I wanted to impact lives of millions of people.
It's beautiful.
I didn't know how. And why I wanted to do it is because, of my purpose.
Yes.
And this came unknowingly. Like it was just a random thought. Oh, I want to create crypto cards for people like myself.
Yes.
Suddenly I met right people. And then everything just fell into place. And suddenly my company, from just providing crypto cards for myself, to my friends, to white labeling it for a few companies, and then meeting my right now partner from Romania that became my co-founder, that started building this whole crypto card white label solution into a banking as a service, providing like an Airbnb for banking solution for countries. Like this whole thing shifted without even knowing how. I didn't even know I would be building banking solutions for countries.
Great.
I just started off as, I want to help millions of people, but I'm going to just do what I know. Great. But I work hard towards that vision.
Yes, yes.
And I see opportunities that comes to me as part of my vision. So this is why having that why is very important, because then whatever connection that I make, does it bring me closer to my goal? Yes or no? If it's yes, that's meant for me. If it doesn't, then probably a distraction.
And, I love that. Like, get clear on the what, get clear on the why, have that faith and taking action. And those are the things that we've spoken about before. And by the way, us meeting is a result of a little bit of my what. Like, I'm very passionate about helping people that make an impact, people that want to help others, and as a result of my what and why, I didn't say how was I going to meet you. It just, as when we met, that recognition of each other and was sparked because
we speak the same language.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
We
have the same why.
I had my why. Yeah, exactly.
And it just goes hand in hand, effortlessly.
And us recording this is a result of, like, we both have the faith and we're both action takers. So even though we were both visiting Oman at the same time, we just made it happen, and I love that because taking action. And let's talk about that side of things. How important is it once you've said the what, you've made the why, you have faith it's going to happen? Let's talk about that part of things, the taking action, and where are most people lacking, and what did you do differently?
I think most people, the most common failures in everyone is about chances that they didn't take, more than mistakes. Because from my past 4 years of building my company, I've seen so many people talk.
Yes.
They talk, I want to do this, I want to try that, I want to do it with you, let's do something together. But most people just talk and they procrastinate. They worry too much.
Yeah.
For me, because maybe, like you said, my why is so strong, to me it's simple. Should I do this or not? If it brings me closer to my goal, I'll do it. And even if I don't know how to, I'll figure a way out after,
Yes.
Because I have so much faith in not just the universe or God, I have a lot of faith in myself because all these constant small wins that you have, like I don't know how to do it, but I just did it anyway. And then I figured out, like I always figure things out because the universe provides. So I think that is the biggest thing that I have that, I mean, I'm not smarter than many people, right? I'm just a college dropout. I have no whatsoever in banking and finance, but I'm running a banking company. Advising in conferences about banking and payments to companies like Visa, MasterCard, Capital.com, same stage. So, but the biggest difference on what brought me here is I take action and I figure things out along the way. Most people think too much and like, oh no, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think, and they procrastinate.
So what is next for you on a personal level?
Well, I think this is a very good time because the whole world is uncertain now with the situation in Dubai and Middle East. Initially, my plan was I just moved to Dubai. Is to expand my business and then start my professional, once my company is stable, to start exploring more on releasing my book and also being more push harder on my public speaking and impacting lives of millions of people. But right now, there's a change in the situation in Middle East. That's why I'm leaving. But I mean, the goal still stays. So I believe I'm just going to change the angle, but same destination.
So let's talk about this turbulence. What would you say to someone who's going through a time where there's so much uncertainty, there's so much stuff that's happening that's out of their control? You have stuff that's out of your control and you're pushing through. What advice would you give to a person like that's going through loads of things?
Well, I think it's very simply, do not worry about things you have zero control about. Because it's very simple. Most people, at least most people that I meet and I talk to, they always worry too much. And they always place their overthinking on things that they have zero control, and then they start to worry too much, and then they end up not doing it. So I believe procrastination and failure of executing or acting on someone's dream is the biggest source of failure statistically. More than actually failing the actual thing, So not doing it, the chance of failure of not doing it is so much higher than you actually trying. A lot of people, again, I say this so much because I see so many people over worrying. For me, I just take action. So this is my biggest advice to people. Don't think, just do, and don't worry about things that you have zero control because, it's just going to work out no matter what.
And you just gotta focus on what you do have control over versus what you don't. Put yourself in those positions.
Exactly. Just put it out there and do the best that you can right now. And tomorrow will be 100% better, because you put in your 100% effort today. There's no reason why tomorrow is going to be bad.
Amazing. So Jonathan, you're very big on helping people transform. And in prison, you started reading a whole bunch of books on transformation, and that's played a huge part in your life. What are some of the most important lessons that you have learned on transformation that have helped you and could help others?
I think the biggest thing that I realize that I really want everyone to know is you don't need time to change. Like I think I mentioned earlier, right? Everything all starts from your mindset. So it's actually very important. Like if you want your life to change now, there's a famous saying, you cannot expect, you can't be doing the same things over and over again and expect a different results, right? It's insanity. A lot of people complain about the situations in life
Yes.
They complain about their job, they complain about their life, everything, or their body, but they still eat the same, they still do the same things, they don't change.
Yeah.
So it all starts from mindset. I believe the
100%.
biggest life transformation anyone can get is first change your mindset. Your whole life will change.
Completely. And is this very powerful, because it's your mindset, or your mindset that determines your feelings, which determines your decisions, which determines your actions, which determines the results that you get in your life. And so we start off at the beginning of the chain, that mindset, that the belief, the identity. And what you did early on is, number one, first of all, you had enough pain that you said never again. And I think that's important. Now, you had to have pain forced upon you. But a lot of people that you're listening, you can just literally sit there and go write down every single reason that you don't want whatever to happen to you, and get really clear on the pain that you're experiencing. What would happen? You were very clear on what would happen if you didn't change. What you did was you looked into the future and you said, if I stay in a gang, I'm either going to get killed, I'm going to get, I'm going to get
Be handicapped or prison.
Handicapped or prison. And for a lot of people that are not doing the right steps, you can literally extrapolate and say, what would happen if I don't change? Sometimes I work with people that are smoking, and I just sort of say, okay, let's fast forward 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. What happens? And they
know.
Then they know, and then they associate, and that's how I've helped people in the past. And that's sort of what you did, and to an extent. And then you started to actually experience it, and you're like, no, now I've got to change. So you had that leverage. And then the identity. What was the new identity that you kind of gave to yourself? Because before it was, I'm a gangster, I can be a gang leader in prison, or whatever it was. What was the new identity that you gave to yourself?
So to be able to impact lives of millions of people, first I have to be someone who impacts lives of millions of people, right?
Yes.
And how else can I do it unless, one, I have a certain amount of status or success or influence. Two, I need to be able to make a change to people, to actually make a change.
Yes.
So along the way on this transformation, I didn't know how, I didn't know when. Suddenly everything just fell into place. Like, for example, I started blowing up on social media because of my story. I used to think I need to be successful, then I can actually create change. But something brought a different perspective, because probably my story of change could bring my success faster and create a bigger change.
Yes.
And then I start to see a lot of people who are change makers themselves, who started off from zero. Like, I have a few friends from Singapore. They started off creating content on change. And then they became famous, and then they started making money on being a change maker and advocate for no drugs.
Yes.
That's where I started seeing, hey, so I didn't need to be who I thought I would be.
Yes.
I just needed to think of my why. I want to change millions of people. I just need to be confident. I just need to be giving. I just need to be selfless. And then I let the universe shape who I should be along the way.
Tony Robbins talks about how your identity is the most powerful force in the human being. Our need to stay consistent with the identity that we give ourselves. So when you were a gangster, the identity. But just what you said right now, I need to be giving. I need to be And by the way, if you're ever thinking of how do I do it for yourself, what do you need to be? As soon as you say, I need to be, whatever that word is, anything that you say after I am blank, that's an identity. And so it sounds like you had very powerful identity. So, what final imparting bits of advice would you like to give to someone that is listening, that wants to take their life to the next level?
Everything in life that you want to achieve, you can do it. It's all a matter of trust. It's all a matter of faith. It's all a matter of mindset. Write everything that you want or you ever want or you dream of on a piece of paper. Imagine that you already have it and why you have it and why you want it in the first place. And then start trusting that you will have it and start working towards your goal and your vision. And everything that you wish for will come true. Amazing. So this is one of the most powerful things that I personally, it all starts from mindset and the clarity of why and what you want, and everything will just fall into place.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much, Jonathan, for coming on today. This has been a very, very powerful episode. And if you have not written down your what, make sure you've got it written down. Make sure you visualize it clearly. You know exactly what you're seeing, hearing, and feeling. Write down why. Have faith. Go after it. And Jonathan, it's been absolutely an honor to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Lowe, 9-figure fintech entrepreneur, speaker all over the world, and author of From Cell to CEO. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.